Hey everyone, welcome back to the VHS DOOM podcast and rental store, your home away from home. We're so glad you're joining us again for another deep dive into the shelves of madness. So this week we're actually covering Wishmaster, but we recorded this episode before we started our VHS DOOM Halloween road trip. So when you're listening in, you may hear us refer to some things that happened, well in the past, or talk about our last episode being Alien. So if it gets you out of, the timeline that you're used to in your head, that's why. But we wanted to make sure we brought you this episode still without over-editing it to make it seem like it happened, right in the same order. So anyway, thanks again for being the best listeners in all of the Void and podcast land. You guys are awesome. Have a great week. We'll talk to you next time.
Want some? Who's next? Huh? How about it? Who wants some?
I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Hello, and welcome back to the VHS DOOM podcast and rental store. As always, I'm your host, Dylan. We're so glad that I can't talk already. Fuck, it's going to be that kind of week. We're so glad that you're joining us again for this week. This week for another dive into the shelves of madness. We hope you all enjoyed our last episode where we headed into space wearing undies. Was that a can, Greg?
Yeah, Diet Coke.
Nice. What's that, a Diet Coke? Yes, we were wearing undies that were way too fucking tight the entire time. And they chafed my ass. And Mikey, I don't even know if he's human or whatever. There were some really cute little baby aliens, though.
Aliens, as
little
you call
metal
them.
chompas. Aliens. And yeah, again, I'm still not 100% sure if my co-host here is really himself or not. He seems to be pulsating a bit today. A little coughing, a little blah, blah. Some white shit coming out of his mouth. I don't know. I don't know about all that.
What was that sound?
Gross. Who are you?
You will never know.
So, as always, this week I'm joined by the ever nefarious, I think, dastardly can cracking, for sure. And always awesome co-host, Mikey Mutant.
Hi, Mikey!
I like that one. It's nice. I'm going to keep that one up.
Oh,
Are you frozen? Oh,
no. I glitched out.
Oh, yeah. You're a fucking robot. I knew it. Yeah. All right. So welcome back, folks. If you're listening on Patreon, thanks so much for your support. This week I sent out our very first T-shirt to a Patreon member, which is really cool. So if you guys are members for, a certain amount of time, you get a tape and then you get a shirt and you get all kinds of cool shit. Plus a membership card, which is cool. It's numbered and you get your name on it. So good shit, man. If you haven't already, please subscribe wherever you're listening to the show and help us out with a rating. That really goes a long way to support the show and help us grow. What was that? I'm keeping an eye on you. I don't fucking trust you at all. God damn robot. He's glitching. Shit. Maybe you're not a robot. You seem to be pulsating a lot. There's like a lot of foam coming out of your mouth. It's like you're not yourself.
Dude.
Oh my God. What, you?
Before Mikey comes back, I have something to tell you.
Yeah. What's going on?
I don't think that's him.
What do you mean?
He wasn't saying words earlier. He was making noises like a robot.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Things have been weird since last week. I mean, he popped out of your chest and exploded you. And luckily, Scabby Man decided, you were worth putting back together.
My arms are missing,
Although
though.
your
Where are they?
arms are missing, yeah, which is weird. So
Bye-bye,
you've been,
fuck you.
handing... Okay, bye, you fucking dick. Hugh's been, handing out tapes to customers with his
mouth,
teeth.
yeah.
And
It's scary.
Yeah. He tried for a little while to carry stuff with his butt cheeks, and I was like, Hugh, Janus, chill out. So, I don't know, man. It's fucking weird. Anyway, so leave us a rating if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. Yeah, it's a cool little community. Join us. You can follow us on Instagram. We have a lot of stuff going on there. Follow us on our Twitter or X. And keep up with the show. It's really cool. And we appreciate you all for being here. Cool. All right. Anyway, I think that's it. Oh wait, no. If you're a producer, director, or actor, and you're promoting a project, or if you're a podcast and you want to collab on something, we want to talk to you. I think actually tonight I'm recording with Mike, another Mike in my life, from Video Historical Society. We're going to talk about the importance of physical media collecting.
I might be there.
VHS September in general. So
there might be a baby crying in the background, but I'll be there.
That's all right. I want to get out a VHS September media style episode, kind of like a community room.
That'd be fun. Yeah, we haven't done one of those in a while.
So, yeah, I want to talk to Mike and just, pick his brain on stuff because he's a big collector. And I think he's really into laser discs right now. That's what he's picking up lately. So we kind of pick his brain, but that's what we're going to do.
I love the art on the laser discs.
Oh, I know. They had so much room, so much.
It's like record album covers.
Yeah, right. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so if you're someone like that, you don't have to have a project going on, but if you're someone who wants to, promote something or just talk, about what you're doing.
Or do a movie episode with us. That'd be cool. Or a round table.
Yeah. We could do another round table. So reach out. Shoot us an email, vhsdoom@gmail.com, and we are quick to respond. All right, man. So how the fuck have you been, buddy?
I've been good. Just busy. Well, I've been busy with a newborn, Yeah, I can't believe she's grown so much. It was 4 weeks yesterday. We brought her home. Month.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then Sammy's birthday is next week, which is crazy. He's going to be 4.
Oh, my fucking
God. I know, right?
4 years. That means I haven't seen you in 5?
Yeah. Because I'll be married for 5 years, yeah.
That went by really fucking fast.
It really did. I feel like COVID made everything go quicker.
That's true. Yeah, and age in general.
Yeah. What else did I do? A lot of watching Ninja Turtles with my son, with Sammy. A lot of he's been collecting the figures now, so he calls it Mega Battles when we play with all of them together.
Okay.
I don't know. Pretty much just home stuff with the family.
Okay, all right, that's
Sammy
good,
started
man. You're a family man.
About a week and what is it now? Has it been 2 weeks? Yes, must have been 2 weeks because he had a picture day yesterday.
Oh, pictures. Very cool. What's up?
Sorry, Katie's texting me.
All right, you're good. So this week I'm playing Birthright from 1995, I think, which is non-existent online. It's like a girl has her 18th birthday and meets a mysterious man with magical powers.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. She delves into the black arts of witchcraft, but then her sister fights to save her soul from the evil. And then there's a showdown of good and evil as Aaron and Roman battle for control over Rebecca. But it's produced by Shadow Films, and the way the box looks and stuff, I was like, is this going to be softcore? I don't know. I'm taking a
Can I see the cover?
Yeah.
It's wait, hold on. It's too blurry now. I can't even see. It kind of looks like porn, actually.
It does, right?
The title looks like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see if it goes X-rated, and then I got to turn it off. But there's high school teens in like outfits they shouldn't be wearing at school. So I don't know. We'll see. All right. Do you got to go?
No.
Do something?
I'm okay.
Okay. All right, cool. So I can tell that you have been a family man this week because your watch list includes shows, and I get that. So tell us what you watched.
So I watched The Boys and Gen V. Gen V is like the spinoff with the kids who become like later like part of the Boys universe. But I really like the Boys show. I like the comic books too. Garth Ennis is one of my favorite comic book writers. I love the gore in it, how crazy it is, and I love the over-the-top nature of it and like the politics aspect of it.
Sure.
And I feel like the last season's been kind of
it kind of mirrors real life.
A little too much.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on purpose, but it feels like it's been a little bit too much.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of. So I also watched a lot of Ninja Turtle stuff too, because Sammy's been really obsessed with Ninja Turtles lately. We watched the second Ninja Turtles movie from the 90s. I think that's called Secret of the Ooze. Yeah, Secret of the Ooze from 1991.
Ooze.
It was part of the trilogy they did, the live-action ones. This is the one where it has, like, Toka and Razar, which are, like, supposed to be like Bebop and Rocksteady, but, like, they didn't have the rights to them when they made the movie. So it's, like, a giant turtle, and then another one's, what is he? What is Razar? He's like a wolf kind of thing, I think.
Okay.
No, but it's fun. This is the one with Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a big fan of Ninja Turtles. I always have been, and like it's been great seeing my son become really obsessed with Ninja Turtles. And like, every time he comes home from school, we do a quote unquote mega battle and just play with all of his like Ninja Turtle toys at once.
That's awesome. I feel like Paul from Mutant City Horror went to like 90s rap concert, like with all these like 90s artists.
Oh, one of those nostalgia ones?
Yeah, and Vanilla Ice was there, and he was telling me about it. We were texting back and forth about it, and he said it was Vanilla Ice was kind of like not great, if I remember everything he was telling me.
He is rich
but
as fuck.
Yeah, but he did say, or he shared a video on Instagram where the Turtles came out.
Oh yeah, for Go Ninja?
Yeah, for Go Ninja. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's been up with you?
Oh man, just busy, running around getting shit done with work, obviously, and then trying not to talk about work on the show as much. So personal life stuff has been good. Ari's getting big, man. She's in this she's almost 3, so she's in that like teenager stage where she wants to do everything by herself, is terrible at all of it, and I love her anyway, so I kind of let her do it.
The attitude of teenagers, I can't.
She drops these like bomb lines. Like I know I've talked on the show about in the past where she said like, stop being so sensitive to me at one point. I don't know. I think I told you about that. And then she, what was another one? She's dramatic too. So like I was bringing her home from dance the other day and she's like, I want to go to Chuck E. Cheese. And I said, we can't go right now. And like a minute later, she goes, I'm wiping my tears away.
Oh my God. So that reminds me of something funny. We were in the car and Katie accidentally beeped the horn while she was driving. And Sammy just says to us, you scared me and you broke my heart.
And you broke my heart. Dude, they're fucking funny, man.
Another day, he was like, I guess he was just like overwhelmed with like all of us in one room and he wanted his space. And he's just like, he tells me, he's like, Daddy, go to your room. Get out of here.
Yeah, they just say shit, man. Like, my mother-in-law was helping Ari brush her teeth one morning. And Carla, if you listen to this, please don't be sad again. It's funny now. It wasn't funny then.
Oh, God, I'm ready.
But, yeah, Carla walks, like, over to the bathroom to say good morning to Ari. And Ari turns and looks at her and says, I don't want you. And I think
he's been doing that. You know, it's funny. He's been doing that a lot since he became a 3-year-old, to me at least. He'll tell me to leave the room. Like if I wake up like later than them, and I go into the living room while they're in the living room, he'll think, "Daddy, go to your room. Get out of here."
I think that comes down to like the parent that they spend the most time with, wanting time with the other parent.
Yeah.
So like that happened with Ari too, because Carla and her were spending before the baby was born, like every morning together.
Oh, that's also been playing into it too, where he gets a little bit jealous and like he gets mad at me if I'm not playing with him.
Yeah, so like the days where I would take Ari, she would want like nothing to do with mom or Nana, because like they're her primary caretakers.
It's hurtful at first, but you get used to it, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like, okay, she loves spending time with me. I love that. But also I do get sad when I hear her say things like that. So
yeah, the other day he was freaking out because I was holding Amelia and he wanted to play with his toys and he just started screaming and like yelling and running around the room. Yeah. And then Katie's trying to cook dinner and he's just like freaking the hell out.
Yeah,
and then he's like, I need my space. Get out of here. And he points to the door to me.
It's an adjustment, man. The second is an adjustment for sure. It's something different.
I mean, she's perfect. I love her. It's just hard because like I'm not used to like having because the newborn phase I feel like is super easy, but when you have like a toddler too, oh my god.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's a lot, but we're doing it. We're both doing it. So I watched. Well, so annually, I kind of go through the Lord of the Rings movies.
I need to redo again. Like I have the trilogy set.
Yeah, it's been a while. I do too. I have it on DVD. I haven't picked it up on like Blu-ray or anything.
Yeah, I have the cheap Blu-ray one that they put out where it's just like the 3 DVDs or Blu-rays.
Yeah, they have like the 4K editions, I believe, on Amazon right now for like Prime members for free. So I'm just watching them there. They're not the extended editions or anything like that. But the quality is better than the DVDs that I have. So, so this week I watched, well, not this week, but last week or whatever, I watched Fellowship of the Ring from 2001 by Peter Jackson, and also The Two Towers from 2002 by Peter Jackson. The thing about those movies too is they have almost like chapters like the book, right? Like you run into, when things are slowing down. So I was able to watch them kind of like shows, like 45 minutes at a time or whatever, which is nice. So just throwing that out there. If you're looking for something to watch, that's a good one that you can stop and start easily. And then also I finished X-Men 97. Holy fuck. What a good cartoon.
It's so good. I'm so happy. Yeah. X-Men are so back.
Yeah. I was kind of thrown off by like the different times that everybody got thrown to. I was like, where is everyone? Like, what's happening? But overall, that show is really well done.
One of my favorite episodes is the one where Sinister turns the clone of Jean Grey into the Goblin Queen.
Yeah, that was cool.
And it's like a haunted house kind of thing. The
that they have to fight through.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was almost like a Halloween.
He's one of my favorite villains, Mr. Sinister.
I like his look. I don't love his character. Right, so his character is kind of like
Dr. Mangala almost.
Yeah, kind of slinky. So, like, he's not like...
Wait, no, he says he knew Mangala in that one episode.
Right.
Yeah,
and he said he didn't follow through on, like, his plans or whatever, right? Or he couldn't follow through.
Magneto's a badass in this one.
He is. But I think that, Mr. Sinister, he doesn't have enough gusto for, like, a villain for me. Like, he's kind of slinky. He kind of, like... has an agenda, but he's going to work it through other people, and he doesn't really have the best backbone. You know what I mean? When I think of like a strong villain, it's like somebody who's like leading to doom, but it's okay. But I like the way he looks for sure.
I mean, it looks like we're getting an apocalypse soon, so that's gonna be awesome.
Right? Yeah, that'd be cool. So he showed up right at the end in Egypt, right?
Yeah.
So. Cool. So, that's what we did. That's what we watched. So you know what time it is, folks. We're going to get you checked back in from last week. So let's get the gun ready. The scan gun. Don't worry. Are you okay? You glitching a little? Are you?
Well, that's the new theme song to it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Scanner.
I don't know what you're talking about glitching. Cool. Nothing happened on my end.
Okay. All right. No, I didn't see anything. Sure. Right. Fucking Christ. So last week we sent you home with quite the treasure trove of films, curated specifically for you by Mikey Mutant.
Yeah, for the most part, I did sci-fi horror. Almost Human's a slasher, but it's sci-fi horror. That's why I threw it in there.
Okay.
I didn't get to preface it last week because I had to go at the end.
Yeah, no, I know. I gotcha. So first we sent you with Annihilation from 2018 by Alex Garland.
So amazing.
All right. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. Jesus, shit, Christ. Oh, my God.
We don't have 4 copies. What are you doing?
Bro, the gun got away from me. I couldn't stop.
It's crawling, guys.
My
it's crawling
finger
across the
was
room.
twitching. Shit. I feel like that's like probably padding inventory or like a tax violation or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, okay.
Next, gonna take 4 movies home tonight and act like they didn't take them.
Next, we sent you with The Void from 2016 by Jeremy Gillespie and Steven Kostansky. I'll take that. Thanks.
The Astron 6 guys.
Yes. Yeah. And then we sent you with Almost Human from 2013 by Joe Bagos.
Bagos.
That's what I said. Next, Color Out of Space from 2019 by Richard Stanley. All right. And then lastly, for the kids and the fam, hope you guys enjoyed this. We sent you with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem from 2023.
There's going to be another one coming out in, I think, a year.
Nice.
And then there's a series right now, Tales of the Ninja Turtles, which is like a TV series version of this one.
Nice. Okay.
They changed a bit of it. Like a couple of the quote unquote villains or like mutant animals are villains in this one. Because like they go back and forth, the mutants. Superfly is, if you guys remember from the TV show when we were kids or like the comic books, is just the fly in that one, but he's called the Superfly. He's like really hulking looking.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I hear the words you're saying, and I also see you lining the tapes up in a weird shape, like a pentagram.
Wait. What?
What's happening? Holy fucking shit. They're turning blue. There's fire. What? Holy fuck, Mike's transformed. What? Stop. Stop it. Stop. 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 Oh, Jesus Christ. Stop it.
All right.
You.
So I have the back of the box for for today.
What? I'm sorry. What? Did you?
I was reading back of the box. What happened?
You just fucking started to transform into a fucking giant monster, and like there were things crawling forward from the walls.
Look. Listen. Yeah. I have the copy right here. I'm reading the back of it. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fucking fine, bitch. I was just wielding a shotgun trying to keep some fucking creatures at bay.
I didn't see a shotgun either. I have no idea. There's nothing in the walls. What are you talking about?
What?
All right, let me finish this. A
Fuck
gemologist, Tammy Lauren.
We didn't even press play yet. Stop
we did.
It. No. What world are you living in?
Apparently this one.
I don't know what the fuck's going on here, but I don't trust you. Jesus fucking Christ, your eyes keep turning white and then going back to normal. All right, let's just press play because I need to go home soon. Okay. Press play. Press play. Help me.
Watch that crate, that's very expensive!
For centuries, he has remained hidden, watching, waiting. And now, he is coming. He knows your secret hopes. He sees your private dreams. And he can grant your every desire.
Well, I'm not a greedy man. How about $1 million? I remember a certain potentate whose last party was talked about for centuries. God, how I'd love to host a party like that.
I wish to be beautiful forever.
Even if it kills you.
As you wish.
Was it worth it? Would you like to escape? No! Beg for your life.
Help me!
Pray for your soul. But whatever you do...
Ready to play?
Don't make a wish. Wishmaster. Careful what you wish for.
All right, cool. So you, whoever you are, now read the back of the box.
I'm Mikey. Okay. What the fuck?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. As I was trying to read before, when no one interrupted me, sorry guys. A gemologist played by Tammy Lauren unknowingly frees a evil genie played by Andrew Divoff that plays a diddly trick on her friends and acquaintance.
Dun dun dun. Is that off the triple, like the 4? I mean,
no, there's nothing. It's literally just it's like it just talks about the whole franchise in the box. I had to look it up online.
I see.
It's like magically powerful, supernatural evil. The ancient entity known as the Jinn can grant your wishes wildest dreams. Follow the Wishmaster's blood-curdling quest to devour souls, plunging into the world into eternal damnation. This frightful collection of 4 fantasy favorites, or horror fantasy favorites.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's like a little thing. This is what I was telling you before. I hate when it's just like the rest of it is just like cast things.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But like it doesn't really go into it. And like the top part where they could put it is just talking about the vets online.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, that's the back of the VHS, we'll say. Jesus fucking Christ. Stop it. Stop that.
Dylan, why are you hitting me?
No. Okay. All right. So Wishmaster is a 1997 American dark fantasy horror film directed by Robert Kurtzman, the K in KNB. That's right. The film was executive produced by Wes Craven. Very cool. And is the only film of the Wishmaster series with his name attached to the project. Its plot concerns a djinn, or genie, evil genie, who's a wish-granting evil creature that's released from a jewel, not a lamp, motherfuckers, and seeks to capture the soul of the woman who discovered him, thereby opening a portal and freeing his fellow djinn to inhabit and enslave the earth and its inhabitants.
I don't know. The gem he lived in looked super fun.
It did. It looked like a good time, like a little maze,
Looked like laser tag almost.
Kinda. Laser tag with fucking mutant creatures. Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm about.
That's right. All right. This film stars Andrew Divoff as the Djinn and Tammy Lauren, not Tommy Loren.
Not the Fox News person.
I don't think so. Yeah. The film was followed by 3 sequels: Wishmaster 2, Evil Never Dies in 1999, and Wishmaster 3, Beyond the Gates of Hell, which was in 2001, and lastly, Wishmaster, The Prophecy Fulfilled in 2002.
I'm going to be honest. I like only the first 2.
Yeah?
It goes down in
never
quality
seen
by the
3 or
one.
4.
Third is okay if you like cheeseball movies from like the early 2000s.
Yeah.
4 I don't like at all.
Okay. 2002.
I've only watched it once, and I just don't want to watch it again.
Yeah. All right.
Not because it's messed up or anything, just because I don't like it. And the director of 4 is named Chris Angel, but I don't know if it's the same person.
Chris Angel?
Yeah, I'm
not
posting it. I don't. It's spelled differently, but I don't think so.
Well,
that'd be funny though.
He's a fucking weirdo. That would be funny. Huh. What if the whole plot was like the disappears and then he pops back up and he's like, "My freak!"
Just the whole time, every few sequences.
Do you wish for me to stop? Ah! Jesus Christ! All right,
Harry
cool. That's right. So a couple more players in this. We had the writer was Peter Atkins. It was produced by Craven, as we said before, but also Pierre David, Clark Peterson, and Noel Zancich. Cinematography was by Jacques Heitken. It was edited by David Hanman. And the music, it's another score by Harry Manfredini. The Italians, man. Livening up our movies for years. Yep. It was distributed by Live Entertainment and was released on September 19th, 1997. if you are a Patreon member and you heard the pre-show, you heard me talk about how there was one other major event on September 19th, 97, where a terrorist group killed like 50 plus people, orchestrated by a djinn. I don't know. Maybe. It was a runtime of 90 minutes. The budget was $5 million and the box office was $15.7 million. So they made some money on that. And that's why we got 3 more films out of it. All right. So real quick, we'll go through the plot and then Mikey and I'll discuss what we thought about the different points. So in the beginning, a narrator explains that when, quote, God breathed life into the universe, the light gave birth to angels, the earth gave birth to man, and the fire gave birth to the jinn, which are creatures condemned to dwell in the void between worlds. If a person wakes a jinn, they will receive 3 wishes, but the 3rd wish will free legions of jinn onto the earth. Quick note here, and I didn't write this in my notes, but jinn have been around forever. But since before humans, and in all that time, they've never gotten one person to wish all 3 wishes. Seems unlikely.
You don't know what I had?
What?
Why did it only take for the sorcerer finally to stop him by putting him in the gem?
Yeah, I don't know, because the sorcerer wasn't the one making the wishes.
But he was there the whole time.
Right. I don't know.
You guys have any sorcerer senses?
Plot holes. So, yeah, in the very beginning of the movie, they're in like 1127 at a Persian emperor's, palace at a party. And the jinn asked the Persian emperor to make a second wish. He wishes to see wonders, and the jinn uses his powers to torture and mutilate people.
Oh, there are wonders.
Wonders.
Skeletons bursting through skin, people turning to snakes. It was wild.
Wonderful.
What a party.
Things. Yeah, it was quite a party, which I have a note about later. Just saying. VHS DOOM.
I will unleash that soon with the elder gods.
What are you saying?
Nothing.
Oh. All right. So the emperor is horrified, but the jinn tells him to use his 3rd wish, and, it'll set things right. But before the emperor can make that wish, a sorcerer explains the consequences of the 3rd wish and then reveals a fire opal, which pulls the jinn inside and traps him. Question on that. I saw in the beginning, very, very beginning, the process they were making the fire opal. So, obviously it wasn't made before. So is the jinn tied to a stone, or was that something that they just made up right there?
I think that's what they made up right there.
Yeah. And then
because I always heard the legends of in a lamp. I never really heard of a gem until I saw these movies when I was a kid.
Yeah, same. Yeah. Anyway, so cut to present day America, and you have a man named Raymond Beaumont, played by Freddy Krueger, supervising workers lowering a box containing an antique statue of Ora Mazda onto a ship. The crane operator is drunk as shit. His name's Mickey, and that's why he's drunk, and he drops the box, killing Beaumont's assistant,
not drunk,
Ed Finley. What's that?
I said I've been called Mickey once or twice, but I haven't been drunk where I did that.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
Ted
Raimi,
what it is. Sorry.
Yeah, poor Ted Raimi gets squished like a fucking pancake.
My note is, I know we're not going over notes yet, but the way I wrote it was, he got squished.
Squeezed.
That's what I said in my head. I was like, squeezed.
Yep. So, yeah, he dies, and it destroys the statue. Dock worker who's standing there sees the fire opal that had been buried or put into the statue, and then he takes it to a pawn shop. And then that jewel then reaches an auction house where a guy named Nick instructs an appraiser named Alexandra or Alex to examine it, and that wakes the jinn. So Alex sees something inside the jewel. She leaves it with her close friend and colleague Josh, who's into her. He wants that booty, but she's
got friend zoned real hard to death.
Huh?
He got friend zoned to death.
Oh, I thought you said he got fucked to death, and I was like, oh, no, he definitely did.
I did have something to speak of that kind of weird thing. When the Wishmaster starts growing, it reminded me of Hellraiser when the body fluids brought back Frank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I found it interesting that they decided to make him smaller, right? Because when
he's a little cute little demon guy, little alien man.
Yeah, when he puts Alex in the gym later, he's full size in the gym. Why would he have to be small? But I guess it was a choice. They wanted another creature to show up.
And also, I love that the narrator was the tall man, Angus Scrimm.
Yes, very cool. We will talk about that. Yes. Cool. So Josh is wounded when the lab is destroyed, and the Djinn crawls over like a creepy little baby and says, "Hey, do you want relief from all this pain?" And yeah, Josh is like, "Please." Yes.
It looked like he gave him more pain, though.
He did. He killed him. So he did relieve him in a sense, but he actually stole his soul. Oh my God, it's turning into porn. Oh, all right,
time to make this full screen.
We gotta keep it. We gotta keep an eye on this. He's got a knife.
I think we should stop. We should stop the Twitch stream.
Nah, we'll leave it on. See what happens. No, it's not. It's maybe. I think that's a boob. Yeah, it's a boob.
I like that saying. Play hi-fi.
Yeah. It's the tape's a piece of shit, so it's like trying to correct it.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah. Anyway. All right, cool. So, yeah, if you guys watch live as we upload these onto our YouTube, eventually, maybe you can watch what we're watching, unless I have to cover it up. Okay. So, yes. Alex then is informed of Josh's death when she runs into his office and sees he's dead, and she screams about it. Super sad. She tracks the gem to a statue, which leads back to Beaumont. And then she talks to him. He sends her to visit Wendy, who's a professor, folklore professor. And Wendy explains the history of the gem and the nature of Djinn in general. So she tells Alex that Djinns are, essentially... What the fuck are you doing?
Nothing.
Jesus Christ. Something bad.
It just fast forward 20 minutes. What just happened?
I'm going to have to fucking figure this shit out. I'm going to have to call them Ghostbusters. Okay. So, what?
I went,
yes. So the Djinn are demonic in nature. Wishes are explained to get turned into curses for the Djinn's amusement. And then later, Alex learns that the Djinn needs to power the Djinn with human souls and then grant the initial person who let them out 3 wishes before they can open the gateway to release the fellow Djinn onto Earth. All right. Random question here. Not done with the plot yet. But if there is a creator who created these 3 different sets of beings, what's with the wishes? Like, why would you make them, like, supremely evil, but the only thing keeping you in check are wishes? Is that like a human, free will kind of, like, test thing? I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. Whatever. All right, so back to the Djinn. So he cuts off a dead man's face and then also removes a student's eyes. And then he gets a new face. Yeah. Oh, but before that, he kills a pharmacist with the
Reggie
wish
fucking
of a
Bannister
man.
from Phantasm.
What's that?
Reggie Bannister from Phantasm.
Yes. So that was a wild kill. That cancer made pus bubbles and made him shrink.
Awesome.
That was really cool.
I liked what that bum said. He had a lot of funny ass lines.
He did. Yeah, he was kind of a dick.
I wrote one of them down. Let me see. He should only get cancer and die. I like how he prefaced only get cancer and die.
Right. He should only get cancer. And then he paused and took a drag and he said, and die. Yeah, and then that was
and then when
crazy.
the Djinn picks up the cigarette and smokes it, that was funny.
Like he hadn't seen a cigarette before, which makes sense.
He sniffed it too, which is weird.
Yeah, he was like, yeah. And then they used that cigarette to transition into her smoking a cigarette. That was like their transition shot. So not cool, guys. This was like 1997, 98. You guys knew what you were doing and you weren't supposed to be smoking. All right. So moving on. Yes. So he goes to try to find, the Djinn tries to find Alex's address he goes to the police station. He talks to Nathanson, and Nathanson's like, get the fuck out of here. I'm not giving you her address. But he can tell Nathanson's like eyeing a guy in the precinct, and he's like, what do you wish? And Nathanson's like, I just wish it would stick. And then he causes that guy to get up and shoot a bunch of cops.
And rip a dude's jaw off.
Rip a dude's whole fucking jaw out. Yeah, that was wild. A good one. Yeah. So, but during all that chaos, the Djinn finds Alex's home address and takes off. Then the Djinn visits Nick. We meet a security guard here who is
the man
a
who
legend.
Touched a thigh accidentally.
Yeah, but we'll talk about that. And yeah, let me run through the rest of this and we'll get into the details there.
I love this movie so much.
Then he tries to get Alex's address, or no, he's still trying to find her address. So I guess he finds her work address at the cops, and then from her boss.
Oh, wait, you skipped over the part where he turns somebody into a mannequin.
Into a napkin?
Mannequin.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he did go get a suit after he got his new face, and he turned a girl into a mannequin so she'd be beautiful
Jimbles, that's how it happened.
Yeah, that was the origin of Rumbles Jimbles' sister, Bimbles Timbles. Yeah. Nick wishes for $1 million, and then they cut to a scene where Nick's mom is taking out a life insurance policy because she's getting onto a plane, and then the plane explodes. So Alex sees all of this. Every time a Djinn is granting a wish, she sees the death that happens afterwards. She tries to consult the professor again, but then realizes she's talking to the Djinn, so he's found her. And the Djinn has killed the professor and taken her form. The Djinn confronts Alex and offers her 3 wishes. In the spirit of fair play, he offers a free wish to see what will happen, and she wishes for him to shoot himself like an idiot, but he's immortal. So the gunshot blasts his head out, and then he still lives, and he says, if it's any condolence, that hurt like a bitch.
Divoff was awesome as the Djinn.
Yes, really was. So using the first of her 3 official wishes, Alex then wishes to know what he is. He takes her into his little gym, hellish world, whatever. And she's terrified by all the shit she sees, like people getting whipped and flayed people and a demon dog with human hands. Creepy. And then she has to use a second wish to escape back to her apartment alone. So then the Djinn, who had been threatening Alex's sister before, and Alex head to a party that's being held at Beaumont's house. And the Djinn starts talking to Beaumont, disguised as Nathaniel. Alex tells a doorman named Johnny Valentine.
You didn't even say I forgot to tell you, the drunk guy who dropped the package on Ted Raimi. That's Captain Rose from Day of the Dead.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Joseph Plato.
Huh, interesting.
Or Plato, how do you pronounce the name?
Yeah. Well, so we have Johnny Valentine played by Tony Todd. Yeah, definitely.
One of the nicest people we've ever met. Well, I've ever met. I don't know about you.
I'd call it like Todd and Hodder Security Co. or something like that.
My middle name is Todd. It's pretty funny.
You are a Todd. Todd. All right, so then, Johnny Valentine tries to keep the Djinn out, but the Djinn does manipulate him into making a wish to escape his routine life, which allowed the Djinn to trap Valentine in a Chinese water torture cell and then making his
That's what I call a good time.
Oh, yeah. All right, so the Djinn, we're almost at the end here. So the Djinn charms Beaumont, who wishes his party would be unforgettable, and thus the Djinn causes artwork to come alive and kill Beaumont, the guests, and security guards who are called to help. Eventually, the Djinn corners the sisters and attempts to scare Alex into making her 3rd wish by trapping Shannon in a burning painting. We'll talk about this later, but Shannon and Alex's parents had died in a fire, so that's like extra terrifying. Alex, after calming herself so she can focus, wishes that crane operator Mickey, the drunk, had not been drunk at work 2 days ago, which the Djinn is forced to grant, and there's really not a way around that, because whether you kill him or sober him up, you don't come out. This, however, undoes everything that followed the statue's destruction, traps the djinn in the fire opal again, and the new sober Torelli lowers the crate with no problems. Inside the jewel and the statue, now in Beaumont's private collection, the djinn sits on a throne waiting to be released. Released. So, all right, that is the plot. So, why don't you take it away, buddy, and talk about a few of your notes.
All right, what else
we'll
did
just
I?
kind of chat about
because
it.
we went back and forth with some stuff. So I already said the transformation. I already said, the scene where Josh dies. There's a lot of blood from an explosion. He's not like cut up or anything.
Yeah,
also,
you're
the
right.
explosion. There's only like 3 things on fire. If you noticed.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
it's mostly just like a smoke machine, but I love that.
Yeah.
I really thought it was funny when he said, when the homeless man said he should only get cancer and die. When a guy gets drowned in a tank full of water, I had dreams like that before when I was a kid.
Oh, that's fucked.
Yeah. Probably from seeing this movie, honestly. The jaw rip was always wild to see.
Yeah.
Of a good jaw rip in a movie. Reggie Bannister is the pharmacist, which I thought was awesome.
Yeah.
When the djinn is crawling towards the end of the movie, he's like a giant ass head with like spider legs. I thought it was cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Kane Hodder's death is is the funniest things I've ever seen.
It's ridiculous.
And we were talking about before when we started that. What did you say about it?
Yeah, it's the only like full CGI death. Which I mean, like, okay, I would think with your Legends of Horror, right? Because you have Jason, Candyman, Freddy Krueger, that you would want to make their deaths as practically bloody as possible. But Kane Hodder is a complete CGI death. And I was like, what? Come on.
He gets phased into a door. That's funny, so.
Right. You're not even going to stab him with something. Don't want an arrow through the neck. You're not trying to honor, Well, I guess he wasn't around for that.
And I didn't write it in, but we said the Jimbo's Rimbles thing when about the girl who gets turned into a mannequin.
Yeah.
And then, the first part when they see a guy who's like a snake person, I said it must suck turning into a snake, LMAO.
Oh, yeah. He was like a snake with an alligator tail.
Yeah.
It was weird.
And then I thought that scene, well, not scene, like, I thought the gag where the guy like comes out of his skin and he's like a skeleton was wild.
That was wild. That was cool. Yeah.
That's all my notes.
Yeah, in the
honestly,
beginning there.
I already said all the other ones.
No, you're good. Yeah, in the beginning there was some really cool shit that popped up. So like in the very, very like first set of intro stuff happening, they're showing like the process of the
face rip too from the beginning too.
Yeah. So there's a candelabra and like the opening shot, it looks like a dick. And I was like, that looks like a cock. It's like a Disney hidden feature is what I thought. It's stupid. Yeah, so we already talked about Harry Manfredini, but I was super stoked to see his name in the beginning. I hadn't realized he was the composer. Yeah, you already talked about the body bursting, horror kind of thing, like the skeleton. The
skeleton one, and then the face rip, and then there's like another one too.
It was really cool.
Mm-hmm. I mean, what else can you? Whatever you can think of, like KNB, like doing the effects and like. Kurtzman's directing it, so of course, like the effects would be amazing.
Right. I kind of forget how good the effects are in this movie. Like
for a movie like this,
right? I feel like when I watch it, I'm like, holy shit! But then, like later, like a couple of years later, because I haven't watched it in a couple of years, I'm like, oh yeah, Wishmaster. What is your?
Was the last time we saw this? Was our movie night? The last time we saw it before this?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. I saw it when I got the set, but then. I think the last one I saw might have been Prophecy Unfulfilled, and as I said, the fourth one's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, moving on in my notes, Ted Raimi, excited to see him, and then he was squished immediately. Like, yeah, squished. Okay, now hold up. I wrote this note, and I don't think it's accurate.
I think you're thinking of somebody else. I know who you wrote.
I am. They look similar.
Who, Linda Hamilton?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I saw that. I'm like, she's not Sarah Connor.
She's not. No, but the first second I saw her, I was like, oh, that's Sarah Connor. They look fucking similar, bro. When they were young, yeah, they could have been like sisters. Anyway, yeah, so there you go. All right, cool.
I'm gonna do this to your face.
Yeah, so I said this woman had time to play tennis, go to work, and coach kids basketball. She's a hustler. Good for her. She was doing a lot of shit.
I saw that and I was dying. For once, I usually type my notes in like a separate thing and then I copy and paste it into our show notes. But this is the first time where I was like watching you do it while I was watching it too. So like I saw you type that, I started dying of laughter.
She's a hustler, baby. Yeah, so little baby Jen. What the fuck? What are you saying?
What?
God damn it.
I was moving some packages around. What happened?
No,
our mailroom is...
Your eyes were rolling back in your head and you were saying...
Dude, you haven't seen the mailroom in a while. It's crazy back here. You left like a bunch of packages.
We have a mailroom?
Yeah, you like opened some packages and like it's all over the floor.
I didn't think the store was big enough to have a mailroom. I've never been.
Yeah, it's our chicken emporium next door.
I thought that was just chicken emporium.
Don't ask.
I won't. Okay. All right. But it does always smell like fried chicken in here.
I store my meats. Bye-bye. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with him, man.
Oh, my God.
Since the break, he's gotten weirder.
He's always been weird.
He's really obsessed with chickens now.
Not baby birds? He's into, like, grown birds
Full-grown
now?
chickens, yeah. He has, like, a whole chicken farm in the back.
Nice. Okay, cool. I thought it was fucked up when Shannon, the sister, brought up their parents' deaths in a fire while they were sitting in front of a fire.
Yes.
That was just rude. That was rude. Her sister's kind of a bitch. I thought that Josh's zombie, because there's a scene, like a cut right there where they do a real quick, like she's at the tennis court and he sits up and he's like, "You're ready to play?" And he's like a fucking zombie. I thought he looked like the zombie in Hocus Pocus. It was a very similar,
I can see that.
Similar look, which the zombie in Hocus Pocus was played by Doug Jones. I don't know. Just random note. Okay.
Doug fucking Jones, one of the best character actors of all time.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's actually very active on like the convention circuit too. All right, cool. So moving on. Goddamn mannequins, man. Goddamn mannequins. They're fucking terrifying. Did that bother you? Like when the mannequin's eyes rolled back?
Very much so. That was creepy.
Yeah, I thought so. I was like, Mikey's not going to like this one. Yeah. All right, cool. So she was hanging out with Freddy Krueger in his mansion, and she's asking him about some shit, and he's inviting her to his party or whatever, and she just starts screaming, like, because she sees someone, I think the mannequin, right? Get the mannequin girl get killed or whatever. And he stops her, and he's like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And then she just stops and like stone face, and she's like, "I'm fine." If someone did that in my house, like I was talking to him and they were just like, and then immediately they're like, "I'm okay." I'm like, "You're not okay." Right. I need to get this person help. But he was just like, "All right, well, you're cute. You going to come to my party later?" You know, I don't know.
What was that?
He was a creep. He plays a good creep.
Creepy.
You know, Eaten Alive, when he plays like Buck, and he's like, "My name's Buck, and I'm looking to fuck." I feel like Robert Englund plays a really good creep.
He does. I mean, Freddy Krueger
that was
is a
Eaten
pedophile,
Alive,
so.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Toby Hooper. Anyway, all right. So the jaw rip in the cop shop, we already talked about that. It was cool.
Shop.
Kane Hodder did have a mullet, and I was, like I said, sad about a CGI death. The mullet was cool, though. It was kind of a curly mullet. So, and he had a beard. He doesn't have that stuff now. So, yeah. Dude killed his mom for $1 million. So, question there. How much money would it take for you to kill a family member?
A lot of money.
Right?
$3.
I guess he didn't really. What'd you just say? $3. Jesus Christ. 1 hour and 49 minutes and 10 seconds.
You know what sucks about the clips, though? I will say is I'm reading our notes when we go over the show, but it looks like I'm sleeping. I'm usually like looking down at my phone. That's why I need to get the stand for my phone. Because it would look better if I'm like this, but I'm like this, and it looks like I'm sleeping all the time.
Yeah. No, that's all right. That's all right. Yeah. Have you noticed that in the clips I pick out? Mm-hmm. You're like down. Yeah, no, that's all right. It's all good. I know what you're doing. All right.
Guys, I'm totally not sleeping on our clips, okay?
Okay. He's just turning into a fucking monster or something. Oh, my God. I thought it was funny when the djinn fucked up the lady's clock in her house or office or whatever.
He fucked up her clock.
Yeah, he just kind of like walked by it and he just turned it. And I was like, oh, that's just a good little thing to do. Like, he's fucking everything up left and right in such a major way. But then he just fucked up. Kid, what the fuck is happening?
What's floating behind you?
Why are the tapes floating on the shit? Jeez, stop it! Stop!
I can't control what's happening, man. I finally realized what you're talking about, and I'm scared.
Okay, well, we'll get you checked out. I know a witch doctor. He lives down the street in the void here.
Is this the guy from Aqua Teen Hunger Force? Is that why there's a chicken store next door?
What was his line? What did he use?
Chicken or rice, chicken.
Chicken or rice, chicken.
And then Glenn Danzig shows up and says, "Where's my blood?"
Chicken or rice, chicken. Yes. All right. So he claims what is owed, which are the souls. He calls them to himself, and then everybody just drops dead. The inflection that he has when he speaks is funny to me. So when he's like talking to his like djinn friends through the walls, and he's like, "Patience, friends, patience." Like he puts a on the end of everything, and I don't know. I guess I don't know. It's just weird. It's a weird inflection, but it makes me laugh. What is your wish? Patience, friends, patience. Maybe that's a djinn speak kind of thing. So the djinn delivers a line and says, "The shit just hit the fan, didn't it?" Which I found funny. Like I laughed at the line because that's like a 1997 like modern line. Shit hit the fan, right? The djinn is not from this time. How is he picking up people's like dialogue and like, you know what I mean, like the modern sayings that we have? I just thought it was funny. Like the weird djinn demon dog creature with human hands, freaked me out, but it was cool. The flayed cop was cool when she was in the gym. Let's see, she almost killed a bunch of people with a Saturn. So these days I feel like I just see a Saturn on the road every now and again. Like I'll see one of those little Saturn cars, but they don't make them anymore. That company went out of business, but she almost killed somebody with a Saturn. So that was cool. What is happening? Okay. Note. Let's jump back into the movie here, and I'm going to stop paying attention to what you're doing. Just stop shaking the tapes. Okay. I don't know what your name is, but I'm going to figure it out. All right. So when you ask for a chaotic party, that gives the djinn free fucking reign to do whatever. Right. So you saw in like Persia in the beginning, the king wanted to see wonders and they were at a party. So that party got fucked up. And then Robert Englund's character is like, "Oh, I want this party to be the best party ever."
Yeah, no, those parties are fucked.
Bro, it gives him free reign. Okay, so at this party, there's so much cool shit that happened when it came to like practical effects. The piano wire cutting the guy's head off. People turning into shit, their faces getting pulled out, and stretched in weird ways.
This is like another one of those movies where like the effects artists are showing their skill, I feel like.
Yeah, it almost felt like Screaming Mad George style, like.
Oh yeah, when that face rip happens, it reminded me of like the what's it called? Society.
Society, yeah, for sure. I got some Society vibes in that section too. And then Robert Englund's death is really cool because he has an intestines monster, which remind me of like Dead Alive / Brain Dead, whatever.
Yes.
Because the intestines
bring it back to what you watched this week when you watched Peter Jackson.
Right, yeah. So Peter Jackson, but even cooler Peter Jackson by far. But yeah, so that was pretty cool. I like that a lot. Cool practical effects. They did mix in CGI elements here too, though, right? So like the piano wire, yeah, that like cut somebody's head off, but they're using CGI for the piano wire, like reaching out to grab people and stuff. And I was kind of wondering about the like terracotta warriors, you know, that were coming alive to kill the cops or the security guards. They seemed like practical effects, like people in, you know, in suits, but I didn't know how much of that might have been CGI or not. I don't know. It seemed like
I just remembered when you said terracotta, it reminded me of the System of a Down song, Vicinity of Obscenity, where he says banana, banana, terracotta pie.
Nice. Terracotta pie.
Sorry.
Oh, God. This is turning into softcore. What's happening over here?
I don't know. I'm
Jesus
scared.
Christ. I got to be careful. You know, I found a tape in one of the boxes that I picked up, and it looks like it's a vampire movie. It's called Embrace the Darkness, but it is by Playboy. So maybe I'll send you that one.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, this was like in Grandpa's stash, you know what I mean? And they sold it up.
It's like one of my Jessica Franco movies I watch. Like, remember when I showed you Vampires Lesbos?
Yeah, that was fucked in its own way.
The one quotingly said, I quote him saying, oh my God, what was it? Oh, I'm losing my mind right now. That's what you said.
I'm losing my mind right now. Yeah. All right. So they pulled Jack the Ripper out of a painting and he killed somebody. So that was cool. Like an ode to favorite stories, I could tell. And then she figured it all out. And really, the only thing that mattered is she saved dead Rami. It made me happy.
Ted Ramis.
All right. So, did you read through all of yours? You got all of yours in?
Yeah. I was
cool.
when you were doing the play, I was saying some of mine. So like I already said most of them.
Yeah, same. Okay, cool. So let's just read a little bit of production stuff that we have. So there's not a ton, but
I think we covered most of them.
I feel like we did.
Maybe see. Not. Oh, what a cool one! I was just like reading before was Vern Troyer being the smaller Wishmaster when he was like in the gem.
Yes. So there are a couple in here. We'll read through just the casting and cameos because that's the majority of what exists.
Yeah, because there's some other stuff that.
Just a couple writing notes. And
damn you, Lovecraft. Fucking racist.
Yeah, right. We'll move into box office and home media and some trivia. I got some trivia notes. So, Wishmaster is notable for featuring many actors from popular horror films, as we've already talked about. You're right. There was Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger. There was Kane Hodder, who is Jason from Friday the 13th in a lot of those films. And then Tony Todd from Candyman, Ted Raimi from Evil Dead. Was Ted Raimi in Candyman?
No. Was he?
I don't think so. For a second, I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, but he was also in Army of Darkness, Darkman. Let's see. We had Joseph Pilato from Day of the Dead, Reggie Bannister, and the voice of Angus Scrimm.
Oh, he was Billy in Candyman.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. And then Jenny O'Hara from The Later Devil, actor Jack Lemmon's son Chris Lemmon from Just Before Dawn, and George Buck Flower, who was often used in small parts in various horror movies in the 80s and 90s, often directed by John Carpenter. As Mikey said, Vern Troyer of later Austin Powers and other films appears as the smaller Wishmaster. Also, there's a Pazuzu statue, which is, the demonic figure from The Exorcist, who possessed Linda Blair's character. And that's in Beaumont's collection room. It's actually a pretty big statue, too. Okay, so, yes,
you see what I mean?
There is a reference to Lovecraft. in a chant. So a reference to the Cthulhu mythos. There's an incantation.
It's the elder god they reference is the black goat.
Right.
I'm not reading the name of it though.
Right.
I don't want to get banned off of Twitter. Not Twitter. I don't care about Twitter. What's right. YouTube and Twitch.
Right. Now they changed the words. So in Wishmaster, the words that they used were Nib, Shugarath. Okay. But the original was
read it.
kind of reversed. I'm not going to fucking... What do you think? I'm a fucking asshole? I'm not an idiot. Okay. There is another Lovecraft reference in the character name of Wendy Derleth, which was from August Derleth, who is a publisher and was the first book publisher of the writings of Lovecraft. Okay.
Cthulhu Fataka.
All right. So we got all around that racist Lovecraft shit without saying anything. Okay. Makeup artist Tom Savini also appears in a cameo as a customer at the pharmacy when Reggie Bannister's character dies. Mm-hmm. And then many crew members, including director Robert Kurtzman, who was actually the guy killed by the piano, had small cameos in the film. All right. So some writing notes. Peter Atkins. What does
he wrote for the Hellraiser films, and that scene where I talked about earlier with when the djinn comes steals the fluids from him, and that it reminded me of that scene when Frank after what's her name she kills the guys and
drinks them up. Yeah. So Peter Atkins did work on Hellraiser, as Mikey said, and he intentionally made some surnames of characters in the film. Beaumont, Finney, Etchison, Clegg, Derleth, Merritt, and Aikman matched the names of writers of horror and fantasy fiction. Josh Aikman, played by Tony Crane, explains to Alexandra Amberson, who was Tammy Lauren, not Tommy Loren, whatever her name is, that he cannot test the opal immediately because he has, quote, about 2 hours worth of Professor Lieber's bullshit to take care of first.
Lieber.
Yeah. This professor does not make an appearance in the film and is not listed in the credits, but is a reference to horror, fantasy, science fiction writer Fritz Lieber. Yes. Okay. Cool. So that's all I got. And there's not a ton of information out there, which I feel like this was a really popular film. But, that's kind of what it is. So we'll do box office and home media. And then I do have a couple trivia notes that we'll talk about. So, and we'll get into the review. So Mikey, take away those box office and home media notes, bud.
All right. Wishmaster was shot on an estimated budget of $5 million. Its total domestic gross was $15.7 million during its opening weekend in theaters 19th through 20th of September. Hey, we're right around then.
Yeah.
It's the anniversary of it. That's funny. 19th through the 21st September 1997. Wishmaster made $6 million, putting it in the third place at the box office. Behind In-N-Out, which debuted was first, and The Game, which in second place during its second week. Home media put out on VHS and Laserdisc by Live Entertainment 1998.
Yeah, Laserdisc.
The DVD Wishmaster 2 released in 2002 by Live Media. No, not any glasses. Lionsgate Home Entertainment. I think
I'm doing that on purpose. I'm progressively making the text smaller and smaller and smaller, so you feel like you're going fucking crazy. So.
And then, it's normal right after it says in 2017. In 2017, this set came out. I'm holding it up. Nice. Lionsgate's Vestron Collector Series released a Blu-ray collection of all 4 films, which you only need 2 of them, but
Right. But you could have the other 2 for freezies.
Was that really 2017? Jesus.
I guess so. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. That's only a couple years before the last time we hung out. Wow. Sad. You know what? I was talking to Paul from Mutant City. I was texting with him yesterday or the day before. And he's putting on their first annual Happy Fright Film Festival.
That was so awesome.
Shout out to that. It's going to be in a weird spot, but I'll shout out again at the end of the episode. But I was telling him, man, for year 2, Like the kids will be old enough. Like, everybody will be settled by then. I want to get out there for the second annual Happy Fright Film Festival. Go out and set up a VHS Doom table, bring some tapes or some shit. I don't know. Whatever. Awesome. Maybe not, because I'd have to fly. Maybe just go for fun. But we should go.
Yeah, we should try.
Yeah, maybe we can make that happen. I do want to hang out with you again, though, man. It's been a long fucking time.
Come next week.
No, I can't.
Bring the kids. It's a birthday party for Sam.
Jesus, I wish I could.
Sammy wants to see you.
I know. I want to see Sammy too, man. I can't believe I haven't fucking met him, and he's my little buddy.
Before. Yeah,
he just picks up the phone. He's like, "Hello."
Thank you for Godzilla.
Yeah, no, he's a cool kid. All right, cool. So, moving on. So, trivia here. In the commentary, it is stated that while filming, someone had broken into one of the sets and stole the cameras. They even made the news at the time. So, yeah.
That's millions of dollars. Or not millions, like thousands of dollars right there.
That's definitely a lot of fucking money. That's a lot of fucking money. Especially because they were making it on film, like big film cameras, you know? Even the cameras now, like the Black Magic or like the Red Dragon or whatever the stuff.
I don't even want to think
that's
about
like so fucking expensive. Anyway,
that's crazy.
Hope they got insured. I'm sure they insure it, right?
I bet they did.
Yeah. So next note, many instances of the film pay homage to the series The Twilight Zone. The character's name Beaumont, which Charles Beaumont was a frequent writer of that show. The Jin's line, quote, "Going my way," when he stops Alexandra in the car, is a reference to The Hitchhiker from 1960, where a mysterious man continually plagues a female driver with the line, quote, "I believe you're going my way."
That's a great
and the
episode.
scene. What?
That's a great episode.
Yeah. And the scene with the shop assistant wishing for eternal beauty is transformed into a mannequin named Ribbly Jibbly Hibbly Dibbly. The After Hours in 1960, where a female shopper is revealed to be one of the store's mannequins made human. Mikey's terror began with that episode.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah.
No.
Or House by the Cemetery, I guess. Yeah.
I didn't see that until later.
Yeah. Maybe you were like a kid in a mall with your mom and you just kind of backed up and then you backed into a mannequin and you turned around and it was staring down at you with its like 25% off.
I've honestly feel like that's happened to me.
So, other note here, Jack Shoulder, who we talked about not that long ago, was approached to direct this film, but declined as he felt the script wasn't very good. When it came to the sequel, he asked to direct it, or he was asked to direct that as well, but he did turn it down until the producers told him that he could write the screenplay for Wishmaster 2. And despite having to follow some basic guidelines, he could have creative freedom with the story, so he decided to do that then. And then last note here, in the scene where the Jinn and Kane Hodder are communicating or talking, Hodder's name tag on the uniform reads J. Voorhees. I didn't notice that. I didn't catch it.
That's funny.
Yeah. All right, cool. Let's get our reviews in, man, and then we'll get the fuck out of here.
We are going to start off with a ridiculous one that I told Dylan about earlier. 1.5 stars from 2023. Not good. Visuals are pretty bad. Spelled Visauls.
Aww.
I don't know what he's
like,
talking. Or they're
I feel like we
about.
shouldn't fucking kill these people anymore. I should put in new sounds for it. What would I do? Should I just kill him?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
Here's another one. 3.5 stars. Particularly clever or scary, but a reasonable attempt.
Bullshit. All right.
Now for the best one,
and
the last one on this one. It says, "Oh my god, like a zombie movie, fun with violent humor in its frames, with a bit of a plot. Spruce up could be better. Be careful what you wish for. Very D&D in there. Wish to a demon is not as cool as you imagine. Sometimes it hurts you."
Okay. Thank you for your view. All right. We did it. Is that everything?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Nice. All right, friends, you know what time it is. Grab your popcorn, grab your candies, grab your soda pops. This week you're going home with a dope-ass rental list from VHS DOOM.
From Liberty
Curated by Mikey, motherfucking mutant. Okay, cool. So first, you're going with The Boneyard by James Cummins. All over your face.
Fucking
1991.
Mutant dog.
Oh, no. Oh. No, no, shit. Okay, I'll fix that again later. I feel like I'm cursed right now. Like something's cursing me. Anyway. Yeah, so... My notes went all the way to the top. What are you doing? Stop it. Stop. A policeman, played by Ed Nelson, and a psychic, Deborah Rose, link cult mayhem to a morgue where ancient ghouls are on the loose. Nice.
Awaken.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Chicken rise.
What the fuck are you saying? Stop it.
Arise.
Stop. No, we're rising chickens.
Oh, well, I'm so scared right now.
Fuck. All the way off. All right. Next, you're going with Amityville Dollhouse by Steve White from 1996.
My favorite sequel in the series.
A girl, played by Rachel Duncan, unwittingly releases evil spirits lurking within her toy house, which wreak havoc upon her family.
So those movies, that's part of the series, the one later ones, where it's based off the furniture that came out of the Amityville house. It's in the Curse collection.
Yes. Nice. All right. Next, you're going with Blood Dolls by Charles motherfucking Band from 1999. A masked scientist with a deformed head creates killer dolls to get revenge on those who betrayed him. Nice. All right. And this is a good one. I'm happy about this one. The Toxic Avenger, Part 3. The Last Temptation of Toxie by Michael Hers and Lloyd Kaufman from 1989. Tromaville's mutated superhero unwittingly becomes Satan's employee when he takes a job at a sinister mega corporation. All right. And then lastly, for the kids and the fam, we're sending you with Happy Feet by George Miller, Warren Coleman, and Judy Morris from 2006.
And guys, if we recommend anything to you in the past, it's the same thing as we did. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
We're going to keep up with it.
It's what I tell everybody who comes on the show. It doesn't matter if we've recommended it before. Sometimes people like to watch the same shit twice. I get it. All right. So Happy Feet, son of Memphis and Norma, little sweet penguin Mumble, has a big problem. He can't sing a single note. In a world where everyone needs a heart song to attract a soulmate, Mumble feels he doesn't belong there. Our hero, Mumble, is the worst singer in the world, but he can tap dance beautifully. Just like Mikey. All right, nice. Give me your money.
For the record, I cannot tap dance.
All right, what are we covering next week, buddy?
We are doing one of the best horror comedies from 1984, Night of the Comet.
Nice. All right, cool.
Starring
Good
Kelly
shit,
Maroney, Catherine Mary Stewart, and it's directed by Tom Eberhardt.
Everhard. Nice. Cool. All right, man. Sounds good. I'll look forward to that.
It's shaking.
Yeah.
Why is it shaking?
What's happening? Jesus Christ, you're getting so big. It's like you're fucking growing. Your shoulders are turning into spikes. What? Stop it. Scabby.
What's happened to the knife?
Yeah, man, help me. He's fucking turning into a goddamn monster. You don't have the power for this. Why? Okay. I was gonna get Mikey to do his shout-outs, but get back.
Oh, okay. What happened?
Bro, you just morphed back into yourself again. This is fucking terrifying.
Did you do your shout-outs yet?
I'm gonna call this a hostile work environment and have to get Balthazar involved from HR.
We need something like exorcism.
Maybe. I feel like Dandy Man's behind this for sure. All right. Yeah, do your shout outs real quick and we'll go figure this out.
All right. I want to shout out Doom Generation Podcast, Dissect That Film Podcast, Movie Dumpster, Katie, Sammy, my Uncle Owen, my dad, and baby Amelia.
Nice. Shouting them out. Is that Scabby? What? Who are you? Ekim Tootum. I haven't heard that name in a long time. What the fuck? Get in the closet. Go. Get in the fucking closet. Jesus Christ. All right. I'm going to deal with that in a minute. So this week I'm shouting out. Shut the fuck up. Shut up in the closet. Shut up. Shut it. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up. I'm going to have to call Alfredo Jones to help me.
I'm here. What do you need?
What is happening to your fucking boss?
He I don't know. He has a meatball gun now, too.
Did you give him a meatball gun?
No, he took it off the wall.
There was a meatball gun on the wall.
At Alfredo Jones's Food and Gun Emporium.
Alfredo Jones Food and Gun Emporium. Oh.
Respect
for me to put this on the show, you have to advertise. All right. Bye, Alfredo and Meatball. All right. I'm going to do my shout outs. And hopefully Mikey's okay. We'll talk about that later. All right. This week I'm shouting out.
I went to the bathroom. What's up?
Fuck off. Shut the fuck up. Let me finish. I can't take you. So I'm shouting out the Bearded Villain. 83 over on Insta. Mike is awesome. And Mike is actually now working with an independent film production. Maybe I'll get him on to talk about it at some point, but he's going to be a producer. So he and Dan Michael, fuck, what's his last name? Jedrick. But I think it's like Jedrick, something like that. But yeah, anyway, he's kind of helping Mike through that process and figuring it out. And Mike is using his skills to help that production grow. So very cool shit, man. I'm really excited for you, buddy. I'm just happy that we found you. And, we've kind of been able to develop a relationship with him over time. And, he's become a crucial part of the show. All right, cool. Next, I'm going to shout out Mutant City Horror. As always, great episode they had and an interview with Dan Jedrick over there. So very cool. And then also Video Villa Entertainment. I just listened to their episode on Friday the 13th 3, and I really liked it. They had a good take. I know a lot of people hate that movie, but I liked what they had to say about it. So it was very cool. And I think that's it this week. So what are you doing? Are you just fucking with me to fuck with me? Are you my curse?
No, I'm just messing around with my fan. I'm sorry.
Jesus. I feel like there was something I was going to say at the end, but I don't remember. Anyway. All right, fuck off. Don't forget, come on the podcast if you have a project that you want to promote. Shoot us an email at vhsdoom@gmail.com. As always,
or VHS Doom on X, Twitter, whatever the fuck it's called.
Mm-hmm. All of those. Twerk till it fucking hurts. And fuck out of here. I got to get this guy help. Let's hear a quick word from our show sponsors today.
Good morning. I'm Wilfred Brimley, and I'd like to talk to you for a few minutes about diabetes. Actually, about
smoking that Whoopi Goldberg South Egyptian Fur Burger Deluxe Mega Million Scratcher Skunk Bubba Kush. We smoking Dung Beetle. I'm on 12 Vicodins smoking on Scooby-Doo Dick. We smoking Sequoia Banshee Boogers. We snorting that good Buffalo Soldier Tamarind Jordanian Jibbies. They must have amnesia. They forgot that I'm him.
no one is more serious than Liberty about
smoking shit in a glass pipe, blowing the Lord's bubbles.
And if you'll obey these simple rules and do these simple things, you'll feel
different. This shit ain't nothing to me, man. I'm a dog. I'm biting the fart bubbles into bath. We smoking symbiotes.
See if I'm not right. Thanks for your time. Have a good day. And ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly the way it's been.